What an audience might witness, something that perhaps they haven't seen in Torquay before, so it'll be a very new thing of some kind that could be potentially the beginning of an annual thing. My name's Shelley Castle and I trained as a visual artist. This project is called The Offering and I'm working across Brixham, Paignton and Torquay towards a procession in June. So I was trying to connect art and science together because of the issues around biodiversity loss and climate change, which I was interested in even at St Martin's in the early 90s. That's why we're indigo dyeing. For me, you can't make a project that's about the sea whilst using material that is going to in the end damage that ecosystem. And so this project, The Offering, is creating a ceremonial cape, and the person wearing the cape will lead a procession from the town hall in Torquay down through where the river runs, but it runs underneath the roads now, and we'll follow the path of the river and we'll follow the person in the cape. And the cape is being co-designed by students and teachers at South Devon College. And what's fantastic is with natural dyes is that they'll take on an older, more worn fabric, and then you can bind it, and then you create the vat, which takes quite a few hours. It gets this extraordinary bloom, it's almost like a petrol, and after about 2 hours you can start dyeing. Then as you pull the fabric out of the vat, you'll see that it's green to begin with, but as soon as the oxygen starts hitting it, it has a chemical reaction to the oxygen and turns blue. So to get the blues that we're after, we needed to use an indigo from India, but I am hopeful that we will start growing dyeing plants around Torre. It's got a great climate for it. There's plenty of allotments, and even in Brixham already they're talking about growing dye for the projects. So to create a very hyper-localised textile project that could make quite high-end, beautiful fashion pieces, as well as kick-starting a bit of social enterprise for people in the area. And when I looked at what species were in the sea in Torquay, there's this extraordinary area of seagrass beds. One of the things that lives in seagrass beds are seahorses. And seahorses are quite extraordinary and magical creatures, where the male carries the babies and gives birth to the babies. So it's quite good timing to be doing the procession on Father's Day. I'm also interested in gifts, so The Offering isn't just to the sea. We'll be gifting people information and gift bags and objects that have been made as we process through town. So there'll be music, there'll be flags, there'll be food on the beach, there'll be a spectacle